how I should steer the plane such that I should reach the destination. The effect of wind has to be taken. So what is the basic idea? The velocity of airplane with respect to ground should be directed along VA. So shall I put VAW along the path? I will not reach the destination. Are you getting? No. If VAW comes like this, VW will be here, then how the VA bar will come in this direction. Instead of reaching destination, somewhere I'll reach here. So therefore, so how the VAW bar should be directed below that one. So here VAW bar, the pilot should see that the velocity of the aircraft with respect to wind should be directed at a certain angle. Let me say alpha. Then the effect of wind will be there. Then the resultant velocity of aircraft with respect to ground will be directed here. See, the velocity of aircraft with respect to ground should be directed along AB. That's the only condition. Nothing else is there. When it's moving from A to B, there's a condition. Then what are the some mathematics we can go it? The net resultant velocity should be along the path. So therefore the components of velocity of wind and that of velocity of air with respect to wind along perpendicular to path should nullify. So perpendicular to path, we can write V sin theta equal to VAW sin alpha equal to 0. There's the one equation. Then what is VA should be equal to VW cos theta plus VAW cos alpha. So what is the time taken? Will be from L by VA. What is L? AB is L. I'll be knowing theta. So what all will be knowing? Will be knowing theta VW, in what direction the wind is blowing. Then what is the wind speed? I know. What is this VAW? The speedometer of aircraft will indicate. So with this, I'll decide alpha. The alpha now is unknown thing. It can be determined by this equation. That I'll replace here. I'm going to get the time. This alpha is what the pilot is going to make a decision. If he increases VAW, then this has to change, no? So this is not a fixed. Are you getting? No? VAW and alpha are not fixed. It all depends on situation. So if he changes VAW, correspondingly this has to change, so that the resultant path should be along VA. Able to analyze? So this alpha how to find out from this equation? Cos alpha, I'll write root of 1 minus sin square alpha. I'll substitute sin alpha here. Then I'll solve it. Let me proceed here. L by this will come later on. What is sin alpha? That everything we have to substitute here. One more step. V equal to VW cos theta sin alpha will be time taken move from, because what are the known things? Theta, VW, VAW. Yes, in terms of known things, I'm expressing all the quantities. Hope everyone is getting some method. And also same sir, when the same pilot moves from B to A, how you are going to do this problem? Let's see. It can happen, no? The wind direction will not change. So what is the only one conclusion? The velocity of airplane, the velocity of flight of aeroplane with respect to ground should be along the path AB. There's the only thing is what you have to consider. And the vector relation VAW bar equal to VA bar minus VW bar. The relative velocity concept. These two things has to be applied. Now in the above diagram, we'll make point B as a source, keeping the direction of wind same. Okay, this will be source now. This is destination. This is L. How we should steer the plane? The resultant velocity VA bar should be along the path. So somewhere here, I'll adjust VAW bar. Okay, this let me call beta. Earlier we took it. Then VW bar will be in this direction. VA bar will be here. Then again perpendicular to path. VW sine theta, VAW sine beta equal to 0. Then what is the velocity VA bar? It should be resultant of VAW cos beta minus VW sine theta. Are you looking at negative sign? Resultant of those two. We'll replace cos beta by above equation. Then I can go for L by VA. You solve it later on. So this will be the method of working the problem. We'll solve it. What is there? Oh, VAW. So this will be 1 minus sine square beta VW sine theta.
Sir, it should be VW cos theta only, no sir. VA is equal to VAW cos beta minus.
What I wrote correct, no? What is the problem?
It should be cos theta, no sir, because x component we should subtract, no sir. VW sin theta will give y component, no.
Say the VW sin theta. Mute it first. You mute it. I'll speak. Mute it. VW sin theta should be equal to VAW sin beta. Then the resultant velocity will be along VA bar, along the path BA. That is okay, fine. Next, what is VA? Okay, here you mean to say cos theta it is.
That only I was saying.
Okay, the symbol. You are saying this one, no? Yeah. Then the time taken to move from B to A is given by L by VA. Oh, now you can ask questions, sir. Okay, fine, sir. We'll accept. What you are doing here, sir? Like we are not understanding. Okay, fine, sir. Like you brought something time taken. But why we should think like this here? See, altogether to move from B to A, velocity of plane. If I stand on the ground, and if you look at the plane, in what direction the plane should move? It should move along BA, no? Simple common sense. I don't want to end up mathematically. If I stand on the ground, if I look at, then the velocity of plane should be directed from B to A. There's the one thing. So what is VA here? Velocity of aeroplane with respect to ground it is. VA bar should be along BA, that is thing. Wind will blow in this direction. Then velocity of aircraft. If I push velocity of aircraft like this, the wind will, if I make VAW like this, the wind will push it, and somewhere the velocity of aircraft with respect to ground will be directed here. Means this will be always a resultant of these two. Are you getting now? This is something where don't think that don't think that like this is the resultant of these two. This is a wrong thing. This is an unknown thing. Cannot be measured, but only can be assessed. This is controllable. Beta and VAW controllable. These two are not controllable. Are you getting now? By controlling beta and VAW, I had to see that the velocity of aircraft should be along BA. I think it's not that easy job. At least, are you able to understand? These two are controllable. This is not controllable. This has to be adjusted. I have to see that all the time. Velocity of aircraft with respect to ground should be along BA. No, then only I reach the destination. Are you able to understand now? So this is what the velocity of aircraft with respect to wind. So what all the aircraft produces velocity, it is with respect to wind. So the effect of wind will be there. The velocity of aircraft with respect to wind and the velocity of wind, that will determine the velocity of aircraft with respect to ground. I think this is thing. If you can understand, you need not to bother anything further here. This you write it path. We'll take one numerical so that it'll be easy for you to. Path means it is with respect to ground. Okay, some are asking, sir, with respect to what? Path with respect to ground only. Whenever I say path means it is with respect to ground. Because when I say source and destination, where do the source and destination will lie? They will lie on the ground only. So I need not to mention. I'll put in bracket so that everyone can.
Sir, here I have one doubt, sir.
There are no shortcuts, no tricks. For other exams may be needed, for advanced, nothing will help you. Checklist, formulas, everything. Every formula, what all I put round off, that is there again, no need of separately. That you have to prepare, no, as a student. Haprameha Gaud. Please do understand that in advance, the tricks will not work you. It's a wrong thing nowadays. So how I should attract students? I'll say trick. I'll say shortcut. Tell me like, can I teach this 10 minutes? The 10 minutes relative velocity is over. Okay, V1 2 bar equal to V1 bar minus V2 bar. Apply everywhere, it's over. But really, can we manage? No.
It depends on how much they can
yeah, so therefore I don't like the tricks, shortcuts, long cuts, everything. Happily learn things. You have to bring your own methods. Like okay, this is one formula, round it off. This is one formula, round it off. Then in exam it is useful, use it.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, the resultant vector should come from tail of one vector to head of another vector, sir.
I'll break your head, Mohit, now. I'll break your head now. That's all. You are eligible for all these things. This is the resultant. No, here this is not a resultant.
Okay, yes, sir.
This is a resultant.
Okay, sir.
That's why I brought in red color.
Understood.
Okay. Yeah.